Okay, this Friday update is a day late, and you're going to understand why here in a minute. We will be paying our respects and final memories to Officer Louis Huesca tomorrow and Monday when we finally lay him to rest. And I thought it'd be only appropriate that the family get to address the membership and the public at large and share some of their memories and thoughts about his tragic murder and everything else that's kind of combined into this situation. So with that, the Huesca family.
Yep. My name is Edith. I am the Luis Huesca's mother, police officer in Chicago. And I have no words to express how I feel it, how my family feel it. This tragedy affects so much to all my family. Without Luis, we never feel the same. We mention his name every single second. For me, it was a big loss. I don't know what I said, but in April 23 was his birthday. And it was so sad for me to turn off the lights, to turn on the candles, because he's not here with us anymore. And for me, as a mother, I've been asking for a justice, for everything that can give us at least a little relief in our pain. Because what happened to Luis is not fair. It's not fair. Sometimes the pain breaks my heart, my soul. Sometimes the anger, the frustration, make me feel strong. As right now, I feel frustrated because I cannot do nothing, just waiting for the authorities make the justice. Because Luis doesn't deserve to die in this way. He was a nicest guy, nicest as a person, as a son, as a police officer. He did the best in his life. I feel so proud of him all my life. I have no words to express my pain. Thanks for all the people that meet here, and also thanks for all the people that have expressed in some way the support to my lovely son.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to add to that. Louis is my baby brother. Excuse me. And like my mom said, he was the nicest person, and everybody I meet has something so kind to say about him. And we want to express our gratitude to the other police officers and the people who have been here supporting us. We also want to make sure that we get our message out that like our family feels so frustrated and furious that my brother is not here, yet somebody else that murdered him is running around and he's still free. And the anger that we feel with how violent Chicago has turned, and how this is now the status quo, how this is normalized. Today was, this week is my brother, next week is your brother, or somebody else's son, or somebody else's mother. And just because you're a police officer doesn't mean you are worth less, that it is okay for you to die, and people not care. You go into the job, my brother knew this is part of the job. The dangers are part of the job, but I can assure you that my brother did not want to die. he had hopes and he had dreams that now he doesn't get to realize because he was robbed from that. And that is something that is too heavy for me. And I want answers. I want the community to show up the same way that my brother showed up. He had the opportunity to go to a different place, to be transferred, and he chose to stay here. And it's so sad to see that he paid with his life, but that this will probably be somebody else's story in a week, tomorrow, because nothing has changed. And I feel like the community, just Chicago, needs to step up and hold the people who make these policies that allow third, fourth, five chances to people that have made so many mistakes, and then they turn around and they murder innocent people. And it feels like the bad people are protected more than the people that put their lives at risk to make sure that we're safe and that they're regular citizens. And nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to step up and say that these people that make these policies, they work for you. You don't work for them, and it's not okay for you to hear gunshots and think that that's okay. That's an everyday thing. Because it's not. Like my mother said, like we're stuck in this abyss of like nothing. Between not even being able to breathe and then feeling so angry. That's all that I wanted to share, that people responsible should be held accountable.
Yeah, just to add on and reiterate what she was saying, I have a couple pictures of Andres Vasquez Lasso, who passed away almost over a year ago. And we have Ariana Preston, whose mother came, who passed away a year ago. And now we have my brother, who all passed away within the same area. And I wanted to say that they did not die in vain. I want them to know that having the opportunity for them they wanted to make a difference, and they had the opportunity, as my sisters mentioned, to work in different places. They could have chosen any job, but they chose because they had this strong need to make a difference, to give justice. They had a strong need to stay in their communities and help the communities that they are working in. And I want to say that we have so many politicians that mention that they want to make change and give these promises that at the end, some of these promises turn out to be broken promises, and these changes are not helping the people in the community, and making the jobs of the police officers harder than it already is. You have people, like my sisters mentioned, you have people with long rap sheets that are still out in the streets, given more than 3 chances, which is ridiculous, to be out there and to be still doing crime. And like I mentioned, we have politicians that, under the guise of trying to do good, we're going backwards. The city hasn't felt safe. I don't live in the city anymore, and the city hasn't felt safer every time I come back. So Chicago used to be a great city, and now it feels like
you just
never know
when it's your day.
You don't feel safe in Chicago, and with the politicians promising you a better Chicago, it's not becoming any better, and you can't build a great city when you have a war going on in the streets.
I don't have. I don't have too many words to say, but because my daughter and my son and my ex-wife tell everything. The only thing I want is justice for my son.